Hello, my name is Alice, and I'm a young woman with albinism who has experienced subtle and not so subtle discrimination during job interviews and at work. I want to share my story about the challenges of having an unusual appearance and how I learned to turn what others saw as a weakness into a source of strength. Ever since I was a child, I've looked different. My skin, hair, and eyes are very light because my body doesn't make melanin. This is due to a rare genetic condition called albinism. In simpler terms, I'm like a walking snowflake, simply because nature gave me an all-white palette. When I was a child, I was often called names like Snow Fairy or Ghost Girl. At first, I even enjoyed the attention a bit, as if I had a special nickname. But as I grew up, I realized the world outside the playground wasn't always as kind or whimsical. I got a good education and was confident in my abilities. But when I started applying for jobs, something strange began to happen. I would enter an interview room and the interviewer's eyes would widen with surprise. Sometimes they wouldn't even look me in the eye. It was as if my unusual looks were speaking louder than my qualifications. I remember one interview for a creative position. The room was bright and modern. I introduced myself with a smile, but as soon as I sat down, I saw the interviewer's eyes widen. They asked me about my portfolio and I answered enthusiastically. Then, quite unexpectedly, they asked, "Alice, your eyes? Doesn't the bright light scare you? Doesn't the sun hurt your eyes?" I was taken aback. In that moment, my achievements and portfolio seemed less important than the color of my eyes and skin. All of this felt very strange and unfair. It turns out there's even a term for this in research. Studies show that people who fit conventional ideas of beauty are more likely to be hired. Society often gives a silent bonus to the pretty and puts people like me who look different at a disadvantage. At first, I questioned myself. Maybe I really am not good enough, I wondered. I felt it in their glances and in their body language. Many people with noticeable differences face these biases. Psychologists talk about implicit bias, hidden prejudices we carry from our environment. People usually don't wake up deciding to discriminate, but we absorb subtle rules about what normal looks like, often without realizing it. One day, after another rejection, I felt heartbroken, but I decided to change my approach. Instead of hiding who I was, I began to embrace it. In interviews, if they asked about my albinism, I answered honestly or with a bit of humor. This often broke the tension. When someone asked if the sun hurt my eyes, I said with a smile, "Only my feelings, if someone thinks that's all they need to know." Such answers showed that I was confident in myself. In another interview, I honestly explained my adaptation strategies. Yes, I have a visual impairment, but I've adapted. I use special software and it doesn't stop me from doing my job. The hiring manager looked surprised. He probably expected fear, but instead he saw my determination. He ended up offering me the job. It wasn't my dream job, but it was my first big step forward. Over time, I turned my story into a strength. I joined an online community of people with albinism and other visible differences. We shared tips and supported each other. I discovered a love for photography. After all, I see the world in a unique way. I started capturing moments that most people overlook. Something changed inside me too. I read about social psychology and realized these biases weren't about me at all. They were the result of unconscious attitudes that society has. My rejections had more to do with other people's blind spots. One day, after getting a job offer from a small company, I spoke up. I wanted to leave a lasting impression for those coming after me. I smiled and said, "I hope that next time when you see someone like me, you'll focus on their ideas and abilities rather than their face." The HR manager paused, then smiled warmly. Saying that out loud felt empowering. It was a victory for my true self. Now I'm sharing this story because I want others to know that it's possible to persevere. Your differences can be your strengths. The world is slowly learning that diversity of appearance and thought is something to celebrate, not hide. Every victory counts. If there is anyone out there who feels the way I did, know that you are not alone. There are people who will see the real you. Stay strong and be proud of who you are. Thank you for listening to my story. Goodbye and take care.